Hey yo, what's up guys, welcome to today's video. So as I'm recording this video, season 11 has started and I wanted to give you guys a few tips now that everyone has fresh accounts and the rank has been reset and everyone is getting, well, basically everyone has a high MMR and get high LP gains because they are lower rank compared to what their MMR is. So about 2 months ago, I made it to Masters on K6 on the West. As you can see right here, I made it to Masters. Before, I was gaining like plus 19 and losing 19, 18 because this is a 10 dodge plus 19, so minus 29. So I dodged, lost 10 because of that, and then I lost the game, so that's 19. So I was gaining like 19, 19, 17, 17, and I was losing 18, 19. And I finally made it to Masters. As soon as I made it to Masters, I gained plus 14 and plus 14. So my MMR here in D1 was like average, like I was pretty much gaining same LP as when I lose. So when I win, I was getting plus 19, and when I lose, I'll lose 19. So my MMR was like average, nothing crazy, but it wasn't terrible. Then I made it to Masters, I was getting plus 14, so my MMR was significantly lower compared to my rank. And then I lost 21, and then I dropped to 0 LP, and then I demoted. Then I was gaining plus 14 LP in D1 now, because my MMR was so much lower and because I was on a losing streak. So I basically started off getting plus 14 in D1, but I managed to turn this plus 14 LP into plus 30 LP in just 4 days. And I'll explain how. So first I'll just go through and show that I actually was gaining plus 30, and then I'll explain the entire like idea behind it. So as you can see here, I got plus 14 after demoting, and then I made it into promos. Then I dodged my promos, I dodged all 3 games in my master promos, and then I dropped to 70 LP. And unfortunately I lost the game, but that's okay. And then, because I dodged 3 times in a row, my MMR went from plus 14 back to this like plus 19, plus 18 that I had before I made it to Masters. So then I lost 2 games, then I dodged, then I lost another game, very unfortunate. And now I was gaining plus 20, slightly more than this, but still nothing crazy, plus 19. And then I made it back to promos. I dodged my master promos again, all 3 games. I dodged another game, and now my MMR went from plus 20, plus 19 to plus 22. So then I lost a game, and I lost another game. Then I was getting plus 24, and this is plus 21, but I think I dodged 1 game, so it was like minus 10 plus 21 equals 11. And then I made it back to promos again. Then I dodged 3 times again. This is a sadly, when Riot had a bug with their MMR, it should have been minus 30 and not minus 23. But I dodged master promos again. And then my MMR basically got bugged here. Yeah. It's basically like when they changed the MMR. This is when everyone got like their lower LP gains. So some of you guys who's been playing in preseason might remember that everyone was gaining like less LP. But my LP losses were still low. So then I made it back into my master promos and I dodged it again. Lost 2 games unfortunately. But now I'm gaining plus 25 because I've dodged my master promos in total. Let's see. 1, twice, 3 times so far. 4 times actually. So by dodging my master promos 4 times, I went from gaining plus 14 to now gaining plus 25 in D1, or plus 24. So now I made it back to master promos again, and then I dodged it again for the 5th time. And then I dodged another game, then I lost, and then I dodged one on top of that, so I lost 15. Here I think I just lost 11, and now I'm gaining plus 28. So I basically doubled the amount of LP that I'll be gaining per win in 4 days, simply from dodging master promos. But it doesn't stop there. I actually end up gaining plus 30 and plus 28, then it sadly goes down to plus 24, but the highest I was getting here was plus 30. And you can get even more than this. I have accounts that are gaining like plus 32 in D1. I've seen people get plus 34, plus 36, stuff like that. So basically, how does this work? Well, basically whenever you dodge, you don't lose MMR. So this basically means that whenever you dodge a game and you lose 10 LP, your MMR stays the same. So this basically means that the next time that you're going to win, you will gain more LP because the system thinks, okay, so you're low LP in a certain rank, but your MMR is like at the higher end of the same rank. Then you will gain more LP. That's basically how I went from plus 14 to plus 30 LP by dodging Master Promos like 5 times. So what can you do to replicate what I've done here onto your own account? And it's like a really good time to do it because season just started and everyone has like a really high MMR, and you can actually like advance this high MMR to further than just like your placement and maybe like 5-10 games more. So what you want to do is, of course, you want to win as many games as possible. And you do that by simply dodging all the games that you don't actually think like you can win, or that you're not confident in the fact that you can win. That way you eliminate most of the losses that you are gonna have, and that way you will have the most amount of wins possible. So already there, your MMR is like better. But on top of that, the entire thing I did every time was I dodged my master promos. Every time I made it to masters, I'll dodge my master promos, and you can do the same. So the issue is, Riot basically removed all promos internally. So this basically means from Division 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, all of those are gone. But when you have to rank up from one rank to a different rank, so basically a new division, so from gold to silver, or from silver to gold, sorry, you will still have to play promos. And what I suggest you to do is, you want to, when you are around your peak, when you're around your peak level and you feel like you cannot grind an additional 400 LP. So let's say you think that you peak plat 4 and you cannot make it to diamond 4. So let's say you're gold 1 and you can peak like maybe like plat 2, plat 3, something. You cannot make it to like diamond 4. Then what you want to do is you just want to dodge your platinum promos over and over again. All the time, like dodge it, get back into it, dodge it, get back into it all the time. And then your LP gains will increase. And then you're gonna have an easier time to then make it into diamond. And then you can do the same thing once you're really close to diamond. Then you can use the same tactic. I don't suggest doing this if you are not at your peak level, because there's not really any point in perma-dodging your gold promos if you have been platinum before. Then you might as well do it, then you might as well dodge your platinum promos instead of dodging your gold promos, simply because it's just gonna like give you more of the fact that you like higher elo, because this is like a short term, like kind of like hack. So it's only gonna be working like for a short amount of like games, so it's like really good for win streaks. So therefore you wanna like do it when you're about like your peak level, when like you don't really feel like you can grind like an entire rank, then that's what you want to do. Or if you like your LP gains are like super low, then you can just rank up and then demote, and then your LP gains will be slightly higher, but I definitely suggest dodging your promos. You can try and go for like 2 wins in your promos and then dodge, but I just suggest dodging all 3 games and then get back into the promos and dodge all 3 games again, over and over again, until you feel like, okay, my MMR is like good enough that you feel like, okay, now I can actually grind. Like with these LP gains, I can now finally grind towards the next rank. So yeah, that is pretty much how I did it. So yeah, quick video regarding the MMR. I really think you should utilize this. It's not really a hack, but it's just something that most players don't really want to do. I will have to say that this is a long-term type of strategy. So this basically means this will work for the first like 9 months of the season. But then once you're getting to late season, there's no point in constantly like getting higher and higher MMR. Then you just want to get like higher and higher rank, so you can get like the end of season rewards and stuff like that. So I would say do this for like 8, maybe 9 months, and in the last 1 or 2 months, that's where you just grind. Like, you of course still dodge the games that you don't think are winnable, but you don't intentionally dodge your like promos. You just like keep on climbing. You go through the promos, get into next division, try to get entire additional rank, and then you complete that promos, etc, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I didn't explain it well enough, then let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try and explain it again. I can try and explain with numbers to make it a little bit more easy for you guys. Otherwise, yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, ask me on my live stream on Twitch over at Steelseries as Kami_Kha'Zix. I'm live pretty much every single day over there, so if I'm live, just ask me in chat and I'll explain it to you. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. If you want more videos, remember to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video or in my next live stream. So, see you guys.